Hello fellow cartoonists, this is just a quick weekend workshop in case you might need to do something for Father's Day. I'm just going to run through some quick things. If you've not been able to get hold of a card, or you might have forgotten, who knows. Here are some ideas. These are the eyes that we do. Have a look at your dad and just have a look at the sort of shape of his eyes, shape of his face, and you can maybe use one of these. So I'm going to run through a few different faces and a few different ways of drawing them. So you might have quite big round eyes. You might look half asleep most of the time. You might have a long nose, round nose. Just have a look at his face, and I'm sure you can make it look something like him, even if it looks a little bit like him, where he's got a long nose, short nose, big eyes, small eyes. Whichever, you can make it look something like with one of these, and it'll give him a laugh anyway, and you can write any message on it. It can just be on a piece of paper, so you've done him a cartoon. If he wears glasses, if he's got square glasses, you don't really get to see much of the eyes because of the reflection of the glasses. Okay, he might have round glasses, square glasses. Just add his nose to there somewhere and have a look. Has he got a big nose, small nose? I've got a quite big nose, so I'd draw my nose quite big on it. If he's got small eyes, you can do really simple eyes like that. If he's got a little nose, just a line would do it. So let's make him happy though. Got to make him look happy. So little smiles, you can put grins if you want. You can turn these into more smiley faces, or closed mouth, open mouth, whichever you like. Just have a little play with it, have a practice, try out a few of these and try them out with bigger noses, smaller noses, see what you can come up with. Because the more you practice and have a play with it, you know, you got plenty of time, you can just come up with something. And as you got a bald head, you got to think about that. If it's happy, the eyebrows usually up. We've done this in workshops before, but I'm just kind of refreshing your memory to give you some ideas. Has he got dark hair, light hair? If you could just do a few of his characteristics, like colour of hair, shape of face. You don't have to be a really accurate portrait of him, just a few little things that make it that it could possibly be him. You know, has he got a slim face, a round face? He's got big cheekbones like this one. He's got quite high cheekbones at the top. He's got messy hair, this one, because he's not been to the barbers for a while. And anything like that, you can sort of make fun of a little bit, like the messy hair. And maybe add a little bit of stubble. We'll do some beards in a minute as well, because there's a lot of beards kicking around at the moment. You might have a wide neck like that one. You might have curly hair, long hair, short hair, bald, whichever. Just have a little mess around and see what you can come up with. Use little combinations of any of these things that I'm drawing, and just have a little sneaky look at his face and think which one would look most like him out of all these. You know, might just have a rounded face with a round chin. Face a little bit wider. And if he's got a bald head, maybe he's clinging onto a little bit of hair. Maybe he wears a hat. These are just ideas that you can work with and have a little play with. Now you can see the ear on the other side. If you want to turn that into a grin, simple as that, you just put a line across it. A few little lines for the teeth. Might have quite a wide jaw and a square chin. Might have a small mouth, high cheekbones, with an angular face on that one. And the hair, just have a play with it. Might have a goatee beard. How about that? And you can colour these in, shade them anything you want. Here's some more eyes and noses I've done. And it might be a bit of a hipster. Might have a bit of the hipster look going on. So you can add that. If it's got sort of short hair at the sides, just put a few dots like it's been shaved, and then the longer bit on the top. Might have a droopy moustache. And a slightly shorter beard. You can do something like that, or a wide moustache if there's a bit of facial hair going on. And if you colour these in, have a close look. Is it a ginger beard? Is it brown? Is it blonde? Is it grey? Black? Whichever, just have a look. And honestly, if you draw something like that, they'll straight away, anybody will think that's him, and that is a great drawing. So just have a look at all these different things that I'm using that we could get away with to make it look something like, maybe he wears a hat all the time, who knows. Just have a little play. Have a few practice sessions first. So I'm going to work on some bodies now. These are rough faces, whichever you choose, whichever shape face you choose. I'm just going to show you how we can draw some really straightforward bodies here, because the face is really the most important. But what I'll also add to it, if you then draw the body shape, because obviously if your dad's quite a big build and you draw a little skinny body, then even though the face looks like, you might think, well, hang on a minute, that's not me. So just have a look at that as well. So we start off with just a collar and shoulders. Okay, collar, maybe wider shoulders, slopey shoulders, wide shoulders, whichever you think. Just have a little look what sort of build he is. And then it's basically from there, it's a square U shape, whichever shape you choose. He's got a wide shape, he's got a bit of a V shape, he's doing a bit of keep fit there. And anything, just try it out, just try that U shape. Okay, so it's two lines going down, then you can just put another line underneath and that'll be the belt. Okay, so you've got that square U shape there, a little belt in the middle. There you go. So we're working our way down this body, and this is a real easy way of doing it. It's a longer U shape this time. Okay, longer U shape for the legs. He's got quite long thin legs, this one. He's got medium legs. Now to separate the two, all you need is a line down the middle. I'm just showing you easy ways that you can get results really quickly and maybe get a likeness of the old man. Just do simple shoes, just little domes on the end of there with a split down the middle. Look, one dome, two domes, underline it, split down the middle. Just keep it really simple. The main focus is on the face and the shape of the body. And you can colour these in, well, if you want to have slightly longer legs sticking out the bottom of those trousers to make it look funny. But again, those little dome shapes and a line underneath. And we've got a few variations there. Now for the arms, if you just want to draw them straight down, they go about that far. They go past the belt to about there. He's got thicker arms. He's got long, thinner arms. And this one has got the arms sticking out a bit. So you can have a little play with those as well. I'll do one of them holding on to something as well in a minute, but for now the arms are just by the sides if you just want to get the focus on the face and the body shape. So it's an easy way of doing it. A long line, short line, long line, short line. So that's a finger and the thumb. So the finger's longer and there's a thumb. Okay, then you can add more fingers in the background, just a few little shapes going behind like that, and it begins to look more like a hand. Just nice easy ways of completing your cartoon without going to too much trouble and detail. And when you come to colour in, is he usually wearing jeans, you know, dark trousers? You could even do shorts if you wanted. So you've got long hair, a bit of stubble, just dots for stubble. Well, he's got his eyes closed because he's looking nice and happy, big grinning face. And that's a bald head. Again, those bits of stubble around, not had a shave for a little while. There's some buttons on the shirt. And then you can add any hairstyle you want and use whichever colours you want. So he's got like shorter curly hair. You draw a turban, you know the best way to draw it, you'll know it better than me. And then maybe a beard if you like. Just have a little look and observe what his characteristics are. And you can, with just these basic things, you can make it look like him. Make fun a little bit. If he's losing his hair, just put a few little tufts on the top. And it will cause a bit of a laugh on Father's Day. And like I say, it's a bit tricky getting hold of cards at the moment. If he's got earrings, don't forget the earrings, any jewellery. And if he's got bare arms, maybe put his tattoo on there somewhere as well. Just look at anything that you can use to make it look like it a little bit. And especially if you put his name on it as well. So have a look at what we've drawn and see if you can do something with it. And once this is me just doing a rough sketch of where that character might be, because I'm going to show you a simple way of doing lettering here. So if we're going to write best dad in like a graffiti style, a nice way of getting the feel of it is do a rectangle there and a rectangle there, sloping either way, and then you can divide that up, B-E-S-T. So that's 4, divide it up into 4, and dad, just divide that into 3. You have a little play with this. Then all you've got to do is colour little bits of it. Okay, the middle and the corners. Just a couple little dots there. There's the B, E, S, and then just colour a bit of those in either side. Best. Rounding off the edges, and that is a good way of drawing a basic sort of graffiti style while you get used to it, because lettering can be tricky. So I'm just trying to show you some easy ways of doing it. And if there's always something he says like, get off the Xbox or PlayStation, you've been on there for hours now, you know, write it first and then put a bubble around it, and again that'll cause a bit of a laugh. These are just ideas that you might be able to use if you want to do a different sort of letter style. Just have a go at this. It's like a block. That's the B. I'm just drawing a square for the E and just draw those little bits out. Same for the S, just knock out these little corners here and there and it makes the letter. Have a practice with it and it'll just finish off your cartoon. Then you'll be able to colour that in, whichever colour that you like or you think he might like. And any funny sayings that he's got or anything he usually says, like get off that Xbox and PlayStation, you can put a speech bubble around it, write it next to him, put a speech bubble around it. If you want him to be holding something, okay, just do his arm bent like that, there's his thumb, and then he can be holding anything from this could be a beer bottle, it could be aftershave, it could be his beard lotion, whatever you think. You can do sort of a little arrow pointing to him what it is. And like I was saying, best dad, yes, I am. So I've written it first and now I put the speech bubble around it so I know it's going to fit and you're not struggling to get the letters in the middle of your speech bubble. So that could be him holding something that he likes, that he enjoys, whichever. Just have a play with it. There's lots of ideas on the other cartoon workshops, so have a look at all the different things we've drawn you can incorporate into this Father's Day cartoon. Have a great weekend. I'll see you on the next workshop.